Friends, relatives, strangers, and enemies, welcome again to another episode of the Texas Conservative Channel, where I'm making my own personal business to talk about the flaws of the Democrat Party. I spend effort, I spend time, I unturn stones, and I leave no Democrat Party bullshit unchallenged. As well, I keep track of America's enemies, the radical Islamic movement. I keep track of their flaws and their failures and their fuck-ups. And of course, they are many. Being the flawed nature of America's enemies within the radical Islamic movement, they cannot help but to leave more and more and more information. This information is what I call product. The product is what I bring to you. And with this information and this product, you can keep yourself more informed. You can keep yourself educated on national security matters here on the Texas Conservative Channel. And I want to send a special message out to Benjamin Netanyahu and our Israeli allies. And I've learned here recently that there's going to be 900 new apartments built in East Jerusalem. And I applaud the measure. There's no doubt that the plight of the Jewish people and the land that they've had to conquer and the land that they've had to control and keep away from their enemies has helped them maintain security and safety for their people. And it is very similar to the plight of Texans. The early Texans, the Battle of Alamo, the Battle of San Jacinto. And, so it's understood here on the Texas Conservative Channel that the Israelis are fighting for survival. And a lot of people are bitching and complaining about the Israeli settlements in East Jerusalem. So what's the problem here? Here on the Texas Conservative Channel and throughout most of America, throughout the part of patriotic America, it is recognized that Jerusalem should be the Israeli capital. All of Jerusalem. So, my question to Benjamin Netanyahu is, Mr. Netanyahu, why stop there? Why stop at 900? Go with 1,800 for starters, and then another 1,800. Just settlements all across East Jerusalem, hither and yon. Build them till the sun don't shine. Build settlements throughout East Jerusalem until the sun don't shine. And of course, here I want to see the Texas Conservative Peace Proposal implemented, which is the mass exodus of all the Palestinians, the lost Arabs, out of the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. They need to pack up their suitcases. They need to pack up. Iran needs to bring in plane, trains, and automobiles on their nickel and move these idiots to go live with them. They need to move them out. We need to get this started. We need to get started on building more settlements in the East Jerusalem, I've often wondered why the Israelis don't invite America to come in here and help build. There are many of us here in America that love to see Israeli settlements in East Jerusalem, and I've got no problem with that. I've got no problem with that at all. So, here on the Texas Conservative Channel, where we keep track of the flaws and the failures and the fuck-ups of the radical Islamists, they have stones that they have scattered about. And during the course of leaving no Democrat Party stones unturned, there's going to be radical Islamist stones that we're not going to leave unturned. That there's no question about it. The Israeli plight, they have been through so much. They have been attacked by every damn Middle Eastern nation in that region. And miraculously, They kicked every single one of the sorry son of a bitchin' asses. The Arabs are so bitter and they're so upset because they don't get to have none of Jerusalem. The Palestinians don't get to have a homeland. They're going to have to move out of the entire eastern Mediterranean area. And the losses that they took, the ass cooking that the Jordanian army and the Lebanese army and the Syrian army and the Iraqi army. I mean, these radical Islamophobes had their asses kicked like none ever before, like no armies before, and the Israelis fought hard for that land, so it's theirs. Again, there is no shame. The Israelis don't have to prove anything to anybody. They are righteously trying to protect themselves from the nuts that are trying to kill them. These are the same nuts. A radical Islamist suicide bomber is a radical Islamist suicide bomber, whether he's from Hamas or Al-Qaeda. It don't matter whether he's got a Jeep and some plastic explosive, flying through the West Bank, missing his target, blowing his own fucking balls off, or whether he's trying to board a plane from France where they ain't got no fucking security because they're so fucking weak. Whether it's riding on that plane or whatever it might be. All the radical Islamophobes are the same. From Syria to Iran's Quds forces, to Al-Qaeda in Yemen, to Al-Qaeda in Somalia, to Al-Qaeda in Lebanon, Hamas, all of these, all the Hezbollah, all of them are radical Islamic camel-dropping sons of bitches. And of course a lot of us feel that here in America we've been attacked. I'm not going to forget it was the radical Islamophobes that knocked the buildings down. I'll never forget those people jumping out of those buildings from 100 fucking stories up. Man, I'll never forget that shit. To hell with radical Islam. I understand where the Israelis are coming from. We need to blow the hell out of the radical Islamophobes. And until they figure out a way to come over here, and until they figure out a way to stop me here on the Texas Conservative Channel, where I support America's true allies, I condemn our weak allies, France and England, for having, feel like France got pussies from one end to the other. Israel, on the other hand, is one badass little nation. They can kick some ass. They show it on a daily basis, and it's to be admired. And of course, they'll receive support here on the Texas Conservative Channel. And the Israelis are who would come to the aid of America in the event that hostages were taken or the intelligence was needed. It'd be the Israelis who would help out America. And so to the Jewish people, y'all hang in there, keep up your plight, build settlement upon settlement upon settlement upon settlement. We'll document it here. We'll call it the continued drive for freedom for the Israelis. And we'll document it here on the Texas Conservative Channel. Go listen to lies about the Palestinians having a homeland. Come here and listen to the truth on the Texas Conservative Channel. Go listen to the lies about Iran wanting peace, or come here to the Texas Conservative Channel. www.youtube.com/JVBJASPERTX, where the truth is just a click away. Don't deprive yourself, viewers. Tell your friends, relatives, strangers, and enemies, and come see the Texas Conservative Channel. See you on the next episode.